Okay, so you've got a Nissan, and that check engine light pops on with a P1754 code. You're probably thinking, what on earth does that mean, and how much is this going to hurt my wallet? Well, don't worry, in this explainer, we're going to break it all down for you nice and easy. Right, so there it is, that dreaded light. You pull out the scanner, plug it in, and it gives you P1754. It sounds technical, right? Maybe even a little intimidating. But what is your car really trying to tell you? Let's figure this out together.
Before we can even think about a solution, we have to actually understand the problem. This isn't just some random glitch. It's a very specific message coming straight from your car's onboard computer.
So, at its heart, P1754 is pointing its finger directly at your automatic transmission, specifically at something called the input clutch solenoid valve circuit. Now, that's a mouthful, so let's break down what that actually means for you and your car. Basically, the brain of your car, the powertrain control module, or PCM, is constantly monitoring everything. And in this case, it's noticed something weird with the electrical signal in that input clutch solenoid circuit. The voltage reading it's getting is just off. It might be too high, could be too low, or it's just jumping all over the place.
Here's a really simple way to picture it. Think about a faulty light switch in your house. You've got power coming to the house, and the light bulb itself is perfectly fine. But when you flip that switch, the light might flicker, or maybe it doesn't come on at all. The problem isn't the power grid or the bulb, it's the switch or the wiring right there. That is exactly what's happening with a P574 code. It's a signal problem in one specific spot.
Okay, so we've nailed it down to an electrical signal problem. Now let's get even more specific and find out exactly where this gremlin is hiding inside your transmission.
And this is the key. We're not talking about gears grinding or some huge mechanical failure. The problem is contained right in the electrical components that control a part of the transmission. See, the input clutch solenoid is just a tiny little valve that tells transmission fluid where to go, and the circuit is simply the wiring that gives it the command to open or close. All right, so let's play detective for a minute. We've got our crime, this faulty signal. Now we need to line up the usual suspects. And when it comes to code P1754, there are really only 4 primary culprits we need to look at.
So here they are, our lineup. First, it could just be the physical connector. Maybe it's loose, maybe it's got some corrosion. Or it could be the wiring in the circuit itself that's broken somewhere. Suspect number 3 is the solenoid valve itself. Maybe it's just failed. And finally, in the much rarer cases, it could be the computer, the control module, that's gone haywire.
Identifying who could have done it is one thing. But knowing exactly how to handle each suspect, well, that's what really matters. So let's get to the most important part, matching the right fix to the right problem.
And this chart, well, it gives us a perfect roadmap. It's super straightforward. If your investigation finds a bad connector, you replace the connector. Simple. If the wiring is the problem, you find the break and you repair it. If the solenoid's the bad guy, you swap it out for a new one. And only, and I mean only, if you've ruled everything else out, do you start looking at replacing the computer. It's a direct cause and effect diagnosis.
So how do you actually conduct this investigation? Well, you follow a logical order, starting with the easiest and, frankly, the cheapest potential fix. First, you just get your eyes on the connector. Is it damaged? Is it corroded? Is it even plugged in all the way? If that all looks good, then you move on to testing the wiring circuit. After that, you test the solenoid. And only after you've cleared those 3 suspects do you even consider the most complex and costly possibility, the control module.
Okay, so we've gone through a lot of information here. What's the one big thing, the most crucial point that you need to remember from all this? Let's boil it all down.
This is it. The most important thing to remember is this. Don't panic. Code P1754 is a sign of a fixable electrical problem. It is not a sign of a catastrophic failure that's going to require a whole new transmission. It's like a problem with the transmission's nervous system, not its bones and muscles. So there you have it. That's the complete breakdown of Nissan code P1754. The mystery is pretty much solved. You know what it means, and you have a clear, logical path to figuring out the cause. So the only question left is, where are you going to begin your investigation?